Hey everybody, Alex Kazor, SteelersDepot.com back for another Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. And while the Steelers are 8-0, and I mean, you're happy to be 8-0, obviously there are still some issues with this team that need to be looked at and examined, and things that you want to see improve for the back half of the season. And over the last three games, the Steelers' run game has really been non existent. They're averaging around 3.2, 3.3 yards per carry and really struggling. And short yardage situations and just some basic fundamental stuff. And that was really evident in the Sunday's win over the Dallas Cowboys. And so, three plays today to show the offensive line, the run game struggles, and to try to look at why things are really kind of going south right now. All right, first one comes on second and 14 against the Cowboys. Steelers in 11 personnel with Benny Snell in the game, and they're going to run power, a very staple part of their run game with Matt Fowler, the left guard, pulling around. You're supposed to get a double team block here on the front side three tech from a core four into Castro, but really just nothing goes right on this play. And say what you will about a second and 14 run, I'm certainly not in favor of the play call, presumably from Randy Fietner, but I mean, Benny Snell has no chance here. I feel like there's maybe miscommunication for what the assignment was here. There's not even really an attempt from either guy to wash down the three tech. A core four immediately climbs to linebacker, and he would eventually get there. But the Castro too, I'm not sure what's going on here. So that allows a three tech to get in the A gap immediately, and then Filer coming around. Nice play here by number 90, Demarcus Lawrence, who really just wrecked the Steelers in this game, both as a pass rusher and a run defender. He's going to wrong arm the left guard here from Filer. When we say wrong arm, usually the guard when he pulls is expecting to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage here and keep him outside. But to wrong arm it and kind of go against the grain and kind of what the coaching point is, Lawrence does a great job to dip and really kind of just almost fall down to get inside of this one to get past Matt Fowler and chips on the tackle on Benny Snell. But really here, just no one blocking on the front side of this with the Castro core four. And then Fowler pulling from backside to front side. Just no chance here for Benny Snell. The run goes nowhere. Put yourself in third and long, and the Steelers end up punting. So just bad execution all around on this play. This is the second quarter failed conversion again to Benny Snell, and I know Snell's a power back, supposed to be able to churn out this yard, but there's just nothing up front. They're really just poor blocking here, and I think really it's on the whole front. I mean, there's no good push at all. And to the Cowboys' credit, they're really playing this tight kind of bare front, covering everybody up. But I mean, Matt Filer and a core four right here both really struggle on this play. Let's look at a core four to start. He just gets forklifted and leveraged back, and now he's trying to come down and reach on this one with the Castro going to the next level. Maybe they should have had a better double team block and not had the Castro go to the where's he go here? Kind of more in the one tech here. But a core four, he has no power. He gets leverage. 96 is able to kind of spike down and clog this thing up. And then Filer also is going to lose his block here on 94 at the end of this one. And Pouncey to Castro, there's really not a ton of movement up front on this one either. But to look at Filer on 94 on Gregory, he's going to lose the block. Gregory's going to be able to feed his hands and shed the block. And then he gets in on Snell as well. And just no push up front. The line does not win at the point of attack at all, and Snell's unable to convert, and the run goes for no gain, and the Cowboys get the stop. So just not winning up front, not being super physical. Some people have questioned about guys being in 2 point stances, like the Castro, like a core four. Filer's in a 3 point stance here. Obviously, Pouncey's got his hand in the dirt as a center, but is there a question about driving and exploding out of a 3 point stance? Could that help? Possibly. Did not help Matt Fowler on this play, of course, but that's something to consider as well. So just a really bad job of being physical up front, and that was kind of the mantra of the day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Finally, the other failed 4th and 1 on the last offensive play of the game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is a power scheme. So, again, they're going to be pulling. This time it's going to be right guard David Castro along with Vance McDonald coming across. And just some miscommunication trying to adjust on the fly. And what ends up happening here is that Vance and Castro really end up going after the same defender. And it leaves 94 here again, Gregory unblocked to make the play and tackle James Conner for a 4 yard loss. So again, on power, the goal is on front side. You want down blocks. You want to be able to kind of seal everybody down while the backside pulls around to kick out. And so basically the back will typically run off the inside hip of the pullers and the outside hips of where the down blocks are coming from. On this play, because Gregory's aligned wider from the furthest tackle here, Gerald Hawkins, coming in as the sixth offensive lineman. He's not going to really be able to down block and wash him down the way that some of these other guys can. So if you look at it here, Villanueva washing down 79, who's spiking down into that gap. Hawkins knows that he's not going to be able to do that to Gregory because he doesn't have leverage, and he sees 54. That's Jalen Smith shoot the gap as well. So Hawkins starts on 94 Gregory, but when he sees Smith shoot that gap, he comes off of it to try to seal him, knowing the pullers are coming around and no one's going to be assigned for 54 because Villanueva is also washing down on the defensive tackle 79. So Hawkins comes off of this, but none of the pullers pick up that Gregory is now free. And so they believe that Hawkins has Gregory. He's washing him. And so both DeCastro and McDonald are pulling around, ignore Gregory, and he comes in free and makes a tackle. So there's some miscommunication. There's a little bit of just I don't know if I would call it bad luck. I mean, obviously, you know that the Cowboys are going to be aggressive and shoot gaps here, and the leverage made it tough. Had Gregory been aligned inside, I don't think you have this issue quite as much. But I think someone's got to be cognizant of where Gregory's at and have active eyes, and someone's got to get their head around because if they can just get in the way even a little bit and log and turn Gregory inside, maybe Connor can pick it up, but end up really having miscommunication. You have two guys, two blockers on the same defender. You got an unblocked guy, and that play really does not have a whole lot of chance for success. So it's been frustrating for sure with this run game. I don't mean to sound incredibly pessimistic about an 8-0 start because obviously you get the victory and that's what you care about at the end of the day. And you move on, you're 8-0. These are very, first world problems and discussions to be talking about. And I promise for our next video, which will be a little bit shorter later in the week, will be something positive to go on. So we're not super negative and super pessimistic about it. But obviously, this offense has been incredibly one dimensional the last 2 weeks, where really the only thing that's been working has been the four receiver sets, the 0-1 personnel the Steelers have been running in the run game really has not given this team much of a boost, if anything. And you can only sustain off of letting Ben run the entire show for so long. You're not going to win a Super Bowl by literally just riding number seven to victory. And so you want to see some more balance. This run game is capable. Obviously, they got off to a good year running the football, forming an offense, closing out games. So they're capable of running the football. And I know some people asked for Kevin Dotson. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen unless it's an injury to the Castro or potentially Matt Filer. I just want to see guys do a better job of being more physical at the point of attack, being more assignment and fundamental sound, and just winning up front. And with that, the run game will improve. But until that point, it's still going to suffer and struggle. So those are my thoughts on the Steelers run game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.